Well, joining us now is member of the House Oversight Committee, Tennessee Congressman Tim Burchett. Tim, thank you for joining us today. Good morning.
Thank you, ma'am. That's a great dress. You're overshadowing the male host there.
Thank you. I've been trying to get rid of him all morning, but he keeps coming back. But
Keeps
thank you,
coming
sir.
back. Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Well, listen, can you walk us through the committee's findings so far?
Yes, ma'am. Through the Treasury Department, we were able to find out that they, and subpoenas, of course, that there's over $10 million that flowed through these companies, these countries, actually, mostly communist China, to the Biden family. Over nine members. They created over 20 LLCs that were created after Joe Biden was in the was the vice president. So this wasn't an existing company. But one that I thought was most telling, that wasn't on the really made a lot of lists, but it was the Romanian money. You know, they have a real problem with corruption, and there's a tape of Joe Biden lecturing Romania on their corruption. Yet Biden family, lo and behold, received $1 million, over $1 million actually, through a Romanian contact who has been written up for ethics violations and things like that. So their arrogance knows no bounds. This goes very deep. And I guess you really have to wonder, could this have affected our national security, which to me is at the heart of all this. You wonder why a communist Chinese balloon with basically 1800s technology flying over our country, taking pictures of our secret missile silos and installations, our military installations. They did right over here over by Oak Ridge in my backyard, and Fort Campbell, Kentucky, one of our military installations. Why they were allowed to even go over our country and not be shot down, I think it's pretty clear what's going on. They have an incredible amount of influence. They have infiltrated, and they have compromised this White House.
You know, Congressman, I was in the FBI, and I got to tell you, from first glance, it looks like it stinks from the top down. But do you think that eventually this could lead to a possible impeachment? Is impeachment even on the table if some of this shows that the monies actually flowed directly to the president himself?
I think it should, and I appreciate your service in the FBI. And I mean, no disparaging remarks to the brave men and women that actually are in it, but the leadership of the FBI has dodged this completely, and the Justice Department as well. You know, they got on George Santos, and he's relatively small potatoes, and they won't even hardly take a look at this. So I think that's going to be the next battle that we have, of how this will go about. And I would remind people, and I would hope you'd hold Congress accountable, we are the funding measure of this government, and we have the country's checkbook, and we need to utilize that in a manner, and we can add money and we can take money away. And in this case, we need to start talking about defunding some of these alphabet organizations that aren't doing their job.
Well, Congressman Tim Burchett, thank you so much for joining us today. We do appreciate it.
Thank y'all so much, and I really appreciate y'all being on the air. Y'all give a great voice to a lot of Americans. Thank y'all.